This is the news on PBCJ. I am Simone Absalom. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says 5 hospitals have been shortlisted for upgrading over the next 3 to 5 years, with a loan funding of $50 million from the Inter-American Development Bank, the IDB. These institutions are the Kingston Public Hospital, Spanish Town, Maypen, Mandeville and St. Anne's Bay hospitals. Speaking at the recent opening of the National Linear Cancer Treatment Center at St. Joseph's Hospital in Kingston, the minister said they were identified for inclusion in a study that was conducted on behalf of the government by the United Nations Office for Project Services. It has been revealed that Jamaica has failed to provide data for a United Nations global study on the number of children in custody. Manfred Noack, an independent expert leading the study, made the disclosure in an interview with RJR News on Monday. Mr. Noack said a questionnaire was sent out to all countries early this year to gather, among other things, information on the number of children in prisons, as well as the number of children in migration-related detention centers. However, he said Jamaica missed the September 1 deadline for responding. In fact, all other Caribbean states except for Antigua failed to respond to the study. Mr. Noack said the last numbers were from 2010. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck has made an apology in relation to children in detention. The Justice Minister has stated that his apology in relation to reports that people were being detained in substandard conditions was not an admission that the facilities are in a poor state. Mr. Chuck had made the apology while speaking in Montego Bay last week. His apology on that occasion followed the public defender's description of unacceptable conditions in a report to Parliament. However, he told RJR News that, quote, "I can't tell you and cannot assure you that any were held in unsanitary conditions because I don't know. What I said is that if any was held in unsanitary conditions, then it is unfortunate, and for that I would apologize." End quote. Public Defender Arlene Harrison Henry has stated that the holding areas for detainees in St. James are not suitable, some of the individuals falling ill. However, the police has disputed her account. The first cohort of 109 specialist mathematics teachers are now in training and will enter the education system upon graduating next year. This was disclosed by Education and Youth and Information Minister Senator Brewel Reid, who noted that the teachers will be bonded for the 5-year period. He says the bond would ensure that the government gets a return on its investment. The Education Minister was speaking at the official opening ceremony for the newly constructed building at the New Forest High Primary and Infant School in Manchester last Thursday. The Culture, Health, Arts and Sports Foundation, Chase Fund, contributed $43.7 million to the project. The new facilities include 4 classrooms, offices, sick bays, bathrooms, kitchen, play equipment and perimeter fencing. Sancia Bennett Templar is the new permanent secretary at the Office of the Prime Minister. Bennett Templar joined OPM from the Ministry of Health, where she was permanent secretary. She takes over from Mrs. Audrey Sewell, who will concentrate on her substantive role as permanent secretary in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. The US dollar on Monday ended trading at Jamaican $127.46, down by 33 cents, and that's according to the Bank of Jamaica's daily foreign exchange trading summary. The Canadian dollar ended trading at Jamaican $96.03, down from $96.07, while the pound sterling ended trading at $159.03, down from $160.03. In regional news, Caribbean community leaders, that's CARICOM leaders, are likely to issue a statement regarding the ongoing political developments in Haiti. Opposition parties have been staging street demonstrations to force President Jovenel Moïse out of office. Regional leaders have gathered in Trinidad for a special 2-day summit on the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, the CSME. The CSME allows for free movement of goods, skills, labor, and service among the majority of the 15-member grouping. CARICOM Secretary General Erwin Larocque told Caribbean Media Corporation it is very likely that the Haitian situation would be discussed. He said that Moise will be among the regional leaders at the table during the two-day summit and that CARICOM is concerned about the situation in the French-speaking nation. Last week, Canada called on the political parties in Haiti to find a solution to the ongoing political situation, as the United States authorized the departure of non-emergency government personnel and their families from the country. In sports, West Indies cricket star GAYLE on Monday won a US $221,000 payout from an Australian media group which claimed he exposed his genitals to a massage therapist. The all-rounder was accused by Fairfax Media, publisher of the Sydney Morning Herald and The Age, in a series of stories in the newspapers in 2016. They alleged he exposed his penis and indecently propositioned the woman in a dressing room at the 2015 World Cup in Sydney. GAYLE strenuously denied the allegations, claiming that at the time that the journalists behind the story wanted to destroy him. His teammate Dwayne Smith, who was in the changing room at the time, also denied the incident took place. He won his defamation case in October last year, with jurors finding Fairfax was motivated by malice and had failed to establish a defense of truth. New South Wales Supreme Court Justice Lucy McCallum said in a warning the payout that being accused of such conduct was, quote, very damaging to Mr. GAYLE's reputation, end quote. And that's according to a report in Fairfax newspapers. That's the news on PBCJ. Thanks so much for watching.